direct that wind that you can see. And it's like trying to hunt a wind depends on where you're trying to hunt at, you know, because you can step out your back door and have a north wind, and where you're going to hunt at, it may be deflecting to a southeast wind, you know.
Right. So, I mean, do you? I know you spend a lot of time looking for the hubs and everything. Do you actually hunt the hubs, or are you hunting off of the hub somewhere?
Off of them, yeah. I'm usually hunting off of them. The only time I hunt down in a hub is like if it's just a certain direction and I've got a certain deer coming into it. That's about it. Now, yesterday, right here, there was 5 deer crossing right here, going right there, right in that yard.
Yeah.
2 of them were pretty good bucks, and that spot that Andrew and Jacob are going to is right there. It's right up this little creek right here.
How are they getting in there? Coming up.
They're coming from the other side. Yeah, there's a little road on the other side where that ham operator guy was parked.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I don't really hunt down in the hubs. It's just I like scouting them because you get a lot of sign in there. You get a lot of intel, and if you want to catch deer on camera, that's a good place to do it.
Right.
But hunting down in there is just too. Man, the wind's shifting. The wind's doing this. Thermal's about the only thing that you can depend on, and about the only east-facing thermal hub, like where it's dumping out to the east, because you can consistently figure out when that thermal is switching for that. It's about the only one that you can consistently hunt down in the bottom of one, and even then, you're not wanting to get too far up into it. You know, you're wanting to like get to a point where you think you can intercept the deer or buck or whatever that's coming through there. As soon as that thermal shifts. So, but I don't really hunt down in them. I don't recommend doing that. Yeah, and that's usually what I'm doing is hunting one of those secondary points or something like that with a certain wind that's coming. You know, I'm not getting down into hub. I'm usually trying to only hunt it like I said, because they're wanting the bucks are trying to do the same thing. They're trying to get up into that hub and use that swirling wind to basically let them smell everything that's around. But and that's like protection, not only a safety feature, but I mean, if especially as you get closer to the rut, they really light up because I mean there's constantly does that are dropping down in there too. You know, so I usually see a lot of scrapes down in the bottom, and those just sucker you in. It's like, man, it's such a hot scrape. It's got tons of tracks, and man, if you put a camera on there, it just lights up at night.
Yeah.
You know, like you get tons of buck pictures, and I was like, this buck's got to be right here close by. You know, and he probably is. Right. You know? But he's not there being stupid.
Yeah, he's so close that he's going to know when you're there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard for us, I know, because back home we don't have a lot of terrain features.
Yeah.
You know, there's not a lot of elevation, there's no crops and all that kind of stuff. So those are kind of like your key starting points.
Yeah.
You know, especially for us. I mean, I know they are for a lot of people, even in this type of terrain, but back home for us, it's like, other than that, you're just looking for, you know, old plantation edges, you know,
transitions.
Transitions, and that's what usually I'll go through, and I'll draw dotted lines around every transition on the map. Yeah. Even including the roads. Yeah. I'll dot the roads, the trails. Yeah. The motor vehicle trails, all that kind of stuff, and then I'll do it without any other notion to where I might be interested in, and then I'll just zoom out and I'll see where the most lines come together. Yeah. And then I'll kind of see if it looks ridiculous or if it's like, okay, then that's just where I'll start.
Yeah, that's a really good scouting tool. I do that a lot. You know, it sounds crazy, but I do that a lot. What you're saying with like drawing the lines with when I'm turkey hunting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I'll I'll use Onyx, and I'll, like, if I hear turkey gobbling different areas, and I look for those transitions from where they're at, because they act the same way. They like those transition points.
Mm-hmm.
I probably use that more for turkey hunting, and I probably should do more of it for deer hunting. You know, but I do the same thing. Like I'll look, and then I'll just crisscross all the transition points of where the timber changes, or where there's a road crossing. And so by the time I get done, if I'm trying to pinpoint him, it looks like just, you know, a bunch of lines going on the board.
Yeah.